So today we're going to talk to those of you who have too many clients and want to get rid of them. So we're going to give you some tips and tricks on how to get rid of your clients without even working at it. So today, this video is for those of you who are making too much money and would like to really find a way to piss off your clients and have them leave your practice. So if you're looking for ways of getting rid of your clients, and possibly in a really bad way while you're at it, and really run your practice into the ground, because maybe that's what you want to do for whatever reason, I'm going to give you a few things here that really works well. So the first thing you can do is just ignore them. Do not return their calls, don't return their emails, just ignore them. Usually that works quite well in getting rid of your clients, and it works phenomenally well that I've found. And I've seen some practices that have been really successful in getting rid of clients by doing exactly that. The other thing is to fail to properly answer their questions. And what I mean by that is every now and then, I'm going to have a client call me and they're going to ask a question like, well, can I deduct this? And I've seen some people where their answer is going to be no. And that's it. Nope. Other explanation? Nope. You can't deduct it. Well, that's a really good way of losing a client too. Because really, if you want to keep them, the way you would want to do it would be to say, no, you can't do this, but here's another solution that might work for you. But if you don't want to keep them as a client, then just answer very abruptly, just say nope, and no explanation, and odds are pretty good. They're going to say, well, he doesn't seem interested in me, and they'll move on. Another way to get rid of a client is not to keep your clients informed as it relates to different rules that are coming out or the progress that you're making. Keep them in the dark. Don't tell them anything. So if you're going over the time budget, don't tell them. Just let it go and let your time lapse, and don't call them. Because if you call them, they'll kind of appreciate that. If you want to get rid of them, don't give them any information. Keep them in the dark. Clients really don't like that, and that's a nice way of getting rid of a client. And another thing that I found really works well is to assume that your clients are bookkeepers and accountants. So talk to them with those really long words that we keep using in the accounting and bookkeeping world. You know, those really long words that nobody ever uses in normal language? They just, use those kind of words, and odds are good that they're not going to want to come back, because basically you'll have spoken for an hour and they're going to say, I don't even understand what they said.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
And that usually works quite well in getting clients to leave your practice. Another thing that works quite well, and I've seen some practices do this extremely well, is to be arrogant. Oh my God, that works really well. Be arrogant. Show them just how smart you are, and show them especially that you're way smarter than they are, that you have all the answers, and they are quite lucky to be dealing with you. And show them that arrogance, and that'll work like a charm. And I'm telling you, they'll be leaving your practice in droves with such arrogance. Another thing that I found works really well is to be rude and snappy and just answer questions of, no, why are you asking me this? Just be blunt, like this. That really works well. And clients really don't like that. So again, that works really well. Another thing that I found really works well if you want to get rid of your clients, you just take a really long time getting anything done. So better yet is promise a lot and deliver less. So tell them that you'll have everything done in 2 weeks, but wait 3, 4, 5 months. Like, wait a really long time. And the longer you wait, the better. And like I said before, don't communicate that. So just keep them in the dark, take a really long time, and take much longer than it should, especially longer than they think is reasonable. And especially if you gave them no expectations, then it's even better, because they're thinking, well, gee, we're doing good here, right? So don't do that. Another thing that I've seen other practitioners do that goes in line with the last one is to break promises. So promise something and make sure you don't deliver on your promise. So whatever you promised, make sure you don't deliver on it. because those are pretty good ways of getting rid of a client. And finally, this is the easiest one, and that works really, really well if you want to get rid of that client, is drop a bomb on it by way of an invoice. So charge them a lot more than they were expecting. So if you're going to be building up their invoice a bit, don't tell them that. Don't let them even have a sign about possibly a high fee. So keep them in the dark and do not tell them how much you're going to charge at the end, and just lay the bomb on them and just bam, here's the bill, go. Oh man, that works like a charm. I'm telling you, you leave a bomb on a client, oh my God, it works like a charm. They almost always leave if you do that. Especially if you don't make any excuses or the reason for the bomb. That works like a charm. I'm telling you, it'll work every time. So I hope you found this really useful for those of you, like I said, who want to get rid of clients for whatever reason, because those are all things that work really well, and I've seen a lot of practitioners do that, and it really all works. So it's really up to you as to whether those are the kind of things that turns you on and want to do with your client, or would you be more like, well, maybe like some other clients who actually want to build their practice and not do these things. So if you like this video, again, I'd appreciate if you would like it and click the subscribe. And by all means, if you're in practice, I suggest that you work on your practice rather than in your practice, and make sure you make every minute count.